Welcome back. So, let me now make few more concluding remarks here before we end this course. Now, we know that we can do a lot with the molecular dynamics simulation, from colloidal system to protein system to frictional system that I showed you, to adhesion system like ice and copper adhesion. And if you look at the power of computation is increasing quite a bit, and between even 2000 and 2005, from 1 billion particles and 10 teraflops, we have gone to 70 billion teraflops and 70 billion particles. Now, what we are looking at today with the parallel computing and with the cluster of parallel computers done at places like Urbana-Champaign and also in some of the private industries, which are designing this system for what we call as drug design and the design of protein structure, protein folding. They can go up to 100 billion particles, and they can go in terms of the time from 3 micrometer lengths to almost 1.2 micrometer lengths, which is what we are looking at, the 1 billion particles to 70 billion particles. But now, we can also go to microseconds. So, we start with picoseconds, which is 10 to the power minus 14. So, we can also do lots of calculation, as it was also said earlier by our guest speaker Norit Haspel, that we can now go to very long time calculation. Because computing power is there, we can do lots of calculation, and that is why now we are at the cusp. With the parallel computing power, we can solve lot of great problems that we are encountering. So, let me make some conclusions. One is MD simulation can be applied to any field of science for discoveries in science and technology. So, this gives you a very powerful tool in your hand now, that you can do scientific discoveries using your computational models. Because the computational power is increasing every day with the design of more and more sophisticated parallel computers, and maybe in near future fully quantum computers, which will increase the computing power by order of magnitudes, then there is no problem that we cannot tackle, because the size restriction and the time calculation restriction goes away as we go to the higher and higher computing power. And if you look at computational experiments are now going to accelerate the discovery in science, primarily because before you do the real experiments or you develop theories, you can do computational experiments with very simple Newtonian or quantum mechanical models. With this Newtonian quantum mechanical model, you have everything under control now. So, you can now accelerate the pace of the discovery. And now, we need professionals like yourself, who are now going to incorporate yourself, or now you are going to participate in this experiment, computational experiment with your skills, so that you can contribute to the computational discoveries in different parts of the science. In fact, National Science Foundation is putting a lot of money to create what they say their goal is to create 100,000 computational scientists and engineers. And I think that is where we are going to really create a what we call is a cross section of people, and the critical mass that we need to really kick this whole area of computational science and engineering. And now, you have very important skill to be successful in the new and emerging area of advanced manufacturing and material science. So, welcome to the world of computational science, and happy computing. Thank you.